Yo, you already know what it is. Back at it once again. It's your boy, Super M with Ringside VR, the place to be for everything virtual boxing. And today, virtual fight fans, we have a brand new stream for you by popular demand. People have been asking for it. Super, is this a league? Super, when's ranked? Super, do you do tournaments? And I had to keep this secret close to my chest for so long. The plan was always to put together something for the community, to reward the community. Just did not really feel like what I saw out there was the best way to do it. I love a good tournament, I love a good league, but I wanted to kind of do it Ringside VR style. So for you guys out there, I want to introduce to you today the strongest under the headset VR boxing division, brought to you by Ringside VR. And so what this is, if you're new here, right, you've seen the channel, you've seen a lot of videos being put out there. It's been a lot of fun as far as, you know, just putting out content, trying to put out a good show. We then kicked off things into the exhibition matches, opening up to the wider community, saying, hey, you know, maybe we want to get you out here and see if you got the hands. Anybody can get it. Every Sunday, it's the fun day, right? And so people joined in, and I love the community that joined in. I love the support that we got, right? And so people didn't know that the entire time I was looking at the matches, Solly was looking at the matches, our refs were looking at the matches, and we got to see a lot of people. A bunch of people would always come in and say, hey, I'm the best, I got the hands, yada yada yada, look at my, and I'm like, cool, I don't know that for real, I don't know that firsthand. So the exhibitions were a way for us to see that. After that, the community voted amongst, I want to say about like 30 boxers to vote who are going to be the top 16 to kick off this inaugural event. So let me go ahead and run you through how this format is, just for you guys who know. So tonight, we've got the first 16 boxers coming up in here, and again, voted for by the community in the Ringside VR community. These boxers have shown up on previous exhibitions. They've been with the channel for a long time, and this first tournament was a way to say thank you, you know, saying appreciate you guys for coming through. So we got Driftery taking on Tynado, Yogi taking on Killshot Kev, Bloob taking on Ali, Guts taking on Boz, Tyrone taking on Anti-Cheat, and Killer Cam taking on Carl. Now, let's get on over to the format real quick. And so let me show you a little bit about how this is going to work. So you've seen a lot of single elimination tournaments. You've seen a lot of double elimination tournaments. What I wanted to do is give the boxers the best chance to place, right? As well as develop a bit of a record here for Ringside VR. So how that turned out to be was that I did a Swiss tournament. So for those of you guys who aren't familiar with Swiss, it's several rounds. The boxers have to kind of place. There's no outs in this, it's just placement. What this is going to do is going to solidify the true order of the top 16. So right here, this red arrow, we are in weekend number 1. All 16 boxers have been seeded based off of their voting in the Discord. So for example, Carl was voted number 9. Guts was voted number 1. Those two are going to face off in that first round just because the seeding always placed the highest with the lowest with the 8-point spread. But the winners are going to go on in weekend number 2 and fight each other. The losers are going to fight each other. Weekend number 3, we're going to mix it up again, and so on and so forth. The top 8 with the best record at the end of the Swiss tournament will advance to a finals card. And those finals participants will fight for the absolute positions to see who is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, right? And they're also going to split a $200 pot amongst the top 8s. That's right, I put $200 on it. My own money. Skrilla, cash money, greenbacks, baby. I want to pay the boxers and I want to see them rewarded. And we're going to kick things off even more. So for the folks who got eliminated, shouldn't feel bad about them. They are going to comprise the bottom of the top 16. And that's going to allow folks like you, yes, folks like you out there, to come back and then challenge the top 16 in upcoming ladder matches. So we're gonna open this up after this to anybody. So all you league owners out there, all you freelance fighters out there, all you virtual pugilists who've been in the lab just kind of grinding, especially through V4, this is your chance to get recognized. This is your chance to get spotlighted. Now, you're probably wondering, hey, whoa, what's going on with exhibition matches? Exhibition matches are going to be here to stay. Exhibition matches are going to be how we determine who gets a chance to challenge the top 16. So Sunday, sign up 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the exhibition matches. Become one of the first 30 boxers in and show up and show out. You win fight of the night, the community will vote. You will get that golden ticket, and that following Saturday, you too will be able to challenge the bottom of the 16. And hey, if you win there, you take their spot, and it's only a short climb to easy money. Right? Come on, take my money, man. It's easy for the taking. But without further ado, though, we're gonna get on with this first fight. So the first fight that we got up here, I think, is going to be Bloob versus Ali. And so what I'm going to do, right, is I'm gonna bring on my co-host Solly here. We're gonna get the fighters lined up. Solly, let me know when the fighters are absolutely ready. When they're good to go, we're just gonna go on to the tail of the tape. And until then, I want to shout out with the community right now. The community. Oh, nice. The fighters are ready. So just want to shout out to the community. Thank you guys for hopping in. Skippy VR, thank you for the follow. You know what I'm saying? Blue Man, what's good, Brody? You know what I'm saying? Colin No Way, welcome back, man. Yo, look, I'm always out here to support the community. As long as the community keeps supporting this project, I'll keep supporting the community. And guess what? The bigger the community involvement, the bigger the prizes are going to be. I've heard a lot of people saying that they want to start with oh, Solly, you started the match a little too early, my boy. We haven't done the tail of the tape yet. It's all good. Go ahead and have them reset that fight. It hasn't shown up on stream yet, but yeah, we're gonna run through the tail of the tape a little bit, and then we'll start the fight. But let me lock in with the chat here for a little bit. Now this fight is gonna this stream actually is gonna be a lot shorter. You guys are used to seeing 15 fighters being on stream for 5 hours. This is just gonna be a few fights tonight. And the Saturdays are going to be just like this. It's going to be higher production quality. We got tail of the tapes now. We're going to have intros next week. Ring walk music. It's going to be dope. Jordan Freeman in the chat. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. So Solly, when you have the fighters ready in the ready position, let me know. We're going to go to the tail of the tape before we start it off. So I'm going to ramble here a little bit because that's what I do. Bumping the gums. It's all good. All right, so let's go ahead and get on to the tail of the tape. So we've got this matchup going in. Bloob in the blue corner, coming in with room scale 9 by 9 feet with a height of 5'10". Elo, this man said, hell no. He said they got a fixed V4 if he's going to challenge the online ranks. And fighting across from him today is Ali. Rank number 14. He's going to be stationary tonight, coming in with a massive height advantage of 6'3". And he also said, Elo, hell no. There's a lot of divisive feelings about this update. Solly, my co-host, coming in. How are you feeling about this matchup?
Super excited. Both of these guys, community regulars, very active refs on the channel. I think it's going to be an interesting matchup, right? Like, Bloob's got the room scale, Ali's got the height and the reach, so it's going to be a really good, battle to see who figures it out first.
Absolutely, man, and I can't get ready to. I cannot wait to see this fight. So whenever you are ready, Brody, go ahead and start that match. Well, actually, and so Bloob.
All right, we are hopping in.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So I hope you guys are excited. This is going to be the very first match of an incredible series. These matches are going to be set for three-minute rounds. It's going to be amazing. So let's go ahead and get on to this exhibition fight.
Yeah, we got Bloob in the blue corner, rocking those black trunks with the white trim. Ali in the opposite, rocking the white trunks with the black trim. And right away, no minutes spared. A quick hug and some flurries exchanged right in the center of the ring.
Oh man, they're off and rocking, bro. It's gonna be an amazing fight up here today. Everybody is fighting for that $200 placement and also premium placement on the ladder. You know, you don't want to get caught up low in the ladder in this kind of event because you're gonna get eliminated after the tournament comes out, and everybody wants to get a little bit of that fight money.
Absolutely.
All right, so we got
early on, both fighters finding their space really well. I'm seeing Bloob land a lot of really good shots. Ali's gotten the ugly face a few times, but that is not the indicator that we see before in V3 because, like we said before, this is V4, baby.
Oh yeah, absolutely. New different ball game. And what's crazy is, so we've got a little bit of this matchup going on. Ali with a massive reach advantage as well. Not gonna lie, the height advantage and the reach advantage plus stationary is gonna be difficult for Bloob to fight against. Now, Bloob, a warrior, right? One of our refs, another coach here as well. No strangers to different matchups. So right now, he's just dancing around, bro, like really getting into Ali's space, and Ali being the taller fighter, not able to keep Bloob out. And if he's going to want to win, he's want to keep Bloob at arm's length, bro.
Yeah, I think right now I'm giving this round to Bloob. He's been throwing the harder shots. Ali's controlling the out range, but whenever Bloob goes in, I think he's starting to win those exchanges.
Yeah, and that's Bloob's game plan coming in here today. He does not want to stay on the reach of Ali. Ali may have a secret technique to keep Bloob at bay, but right now he's got to really stay on the back foot, really leverage that room space controls, and really stay out there on the edge, play the mid-range. He does not want to be this close to Bloob, because that's where Bloob is going to do some damage.
Yeah, speaking of Bloob's strategy, he was saying earlier that he doesn't think that Ali is going to have this fight because he doesn't know how to handle big room scale opponents. I haven't seen him use it too much yet this round, but you can see him now starting to dance around. He does have a lot of space to work with, and so it lets him pressure Ali really well, or, you know, escape from him if he needs to.
Oh, absolutely. And Bloob coming in, landing some beautiful shots in here, leveraging his footwork, and there we go. Several hooks coming in, raining down on Ali from Bloob, and Ali looks to be in a bit of trouble already.
Yeah, I think the tip I always give for people who are in stationary fighting room scale, right, is you're not going to lock the opponent to a certain part of the ring, right, because they just can't go there. Bloob isn't going to go all the way to the blue corner. But he's in his own ring, so you have to figure out what his space is and pressure him that way. So, like, right now, you know you've put Bloob in his corner, back up a little bit and start cutting off his angles as opposed to just trying to, like, push forward constantly, right? Because he can't go back past a certain point, and so he's just going to start walking around.
Oh, absolutely. And the end of the first round comes to a close. And Solly, I gotta say, man, I really feel like Bloob did a really good showing. He's already got an advantage over Ali. Ali's got to make some adjustments in this next round coming up.
I couldn't agree more. He was landing some good shots, but he wasn't really hitting that maximum damage that he really needed to do. And I think that's if he needs to make an adjustment in round two, what he's going to need to be focusing on the most.
Yeah.
Because he's got the reach, right? So I think he needs to work more on not just landing the punch, but like punching it through and working on, you know, making sure that the form is something that the game recognizes as a good punch.
And that's going to be difficult, right? Because as the Bloob out here doing the lean back, got to be careful. I know, hopefully Bloob hasn't taken off that headset. We did not warn him to not take off the headset, but man, the man was doing the easy lean. Round number 2 underway. It's going to be difficult, right? When you're a taller fighter like Ali, right? When you're trying to swing, not only are you disadvantaged because you can't get the full extension, right? You can't keep them where you want them to be. Your damage is going to be cut off at every angle. They're also going to crowd you, dude. And so your defense is going to have to be, you're going to have to prioritize offense or defense. V4 does have some new updates, right? Right before this tournament started. Ooh, Bloob getting caught, though, with the ugly face. And this is the first time we've seen Bloob in trouble for this match, Solly.
Yeah, and recently on last Crossing the Void night, I was sparring with Ali. We actually fought to a draw in a quick 2-minute, 2-round match.
Oh.
And what I noticed about him is when he hits those punches, they hit hard, and you can hear the crowd reacting. Both fighters landing devastating blows in that exchange.
That was absolutely beautiful to see. Good to see some life coming in here in Ali in the first round of this tournament. He's got to make a strong showing because you only have 3 chances to make a good showing or you're out, you know? And so I was going to say earlier, V4 is a little different, bro. We've got anti-spamming, right? So we're not going to be able to rely on volume to win in this update. You have to absolutely be careful. If you start throwing too much volume and the game recognizes you as spamming, you're not only going to do less damage, but you're going to take more damage, right? Bloob and Ali are both aware of this factor, so you kind of see them playing a little bit more careful, using more head movement, and this is what you want to see in a VR game right now.
No, I couldn't agree more, and you pointed it out really well, right? They're both making sure not to, you know, flag the spam system, but they're doing it in different ways. Ali likes to outbox and do these kind of short combos.
Yeah.
Bloob comes in for like a quick burst that kind of hits the limit of it right away and then backs out and resets.
True enough, true enough. And so, Bloob coming in on the inside. Ali's making the mistake of letting Bloob crowd his space. Bloob is crossing this void for free. No tolls being paid. My man is coming and going as he pleases, and that's going to hurt Ali in the long run, bro.
Yeah, the other big thing, and this is, I've noticed, is a bit of a flaw in Ali's strategies. He likes to headhunt a little bit. He doesn't take advantage of going to the body as much. He'll go for it every now and then to keep his opponents honest, but he really does go for the head more. And, you know, Bloob does also like to go for the head, but he does mix up his levels. And I think that's been helping him out. Like right there, you just saw that low jab to the body.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to get the knockdown in this version, but it is going to add on to your damage and to your scorecard. And especially in these rounds where no one's getting knocked down, that's going to be a major factor.
Yeah, dude. And we're not going to see a lot of knockdowns here. Ali just not going to the body, but both fighters hurt after that exchange. They've got to be careful with this new damage system. You can't be going through a firefight anymore, and the scuffle is happening. The ref's not breaking it up. Finally, the ref breaks it up, man. The ref is out for blood today.
Yeah, and I think this has to do with Ali's style. Like, he's using his stationary and backing up a lot, and so he's not really triggering that clinch collision that otherwise would be. That might be something that he needs to work into his defense, right? Instead of always backing out, go in and just don't worry too much about the clinch points, right? You can get a few of those without being punished.
Yeah.
And sometimes it'll punish your opponent or, you know, give it to nobody. So definitely something he's got to work in. I would give that round, again, a little bit closer. Ali got some really good shots in there. I saw Bloob get rocked a few times and the crowd go crazy.
True.
But, you know, no knockdowns. This is still a close fight.
Oh, absolutely. And the crowd out here on TikTok chiming in. A lot of folks asking how they can join. Once we get to the break after this match, I'm going to clue you guys all in on how to get on if you think you got the hands. And I know some of you out there do. You definitely have the hands. We're going to give you a chance to challenge the ladder after this inaugural tournament. But until then, we're about to get ready to round number 3 underway. If you like V4, let us know in the chat. If you're looking for Bloob to win, drop the 1s. If you think Ali's going to win, drop the 2s in the chat. We want to see how the people feel.
Very much so. And right now, I think this is a good showing for Ali. Bloob switching his style to that hands low. Ali tagging him up a few times, making him put his hands back up. I think Bloob's just trying different things now. He's getting a little stylish, showing a little flair. Ooh, and a good hook coming in.
Oh, absolutely. And you're, another massive exchange there. And Solly, we always say this, in this 3-round format, right? We have the first round is usually the discovery round, right? You figure out what weapons you can deploy in the match. The second round is the adjustment round where you got to figure out your opponent and take advantage of the weakness. But the third round, oh man, that's the round you let it all hang down. You know what I'm saying? And these boxers are letting the virtual leather fly.
Yeah, no reason to hold back at this point, right? This is for money. This is for high stakes. If you don't think that you've got the win, try to secure it at the end because, you know, there's not going to be, you know, you just gas out that stamina.
Yeah.
Both fighters being a little bit more patient here at the end. Big shot landing from Bloob. Starting to cook.
Oh, Bloob is cooking, bro. Your boy Ali might be done. You know what I'm saying? He's circling around right now. Honestly, circling around could have been something that Ali could have leveraged, especially with his reach. We were talking about earlier that, you know, it's not always great to just be one-dimensional with your movement, right? You got to back up. You got to leverage an L-step, circle around, make Bloob work for it because he's in room space. And he's going to have to use that endurance. Meanwhile, Ali's with his stick movement, he can conserve the energy and really lay it on in the third round, but we haven't seen it here. Bloob making his way on the inside, man. The man is having fun tonight, trying to secure that first win in round number 1. Or the tournament round number 1, not round 3.
Not mentioned as much, but Bloob's guard has been very solid. Like, I love where he's holding it. It's very close. Look at him. He's just swapping it back and forth, ear to ear, covering up those hooks, and that is just super effective, right?
Yeah.
He's not holding it too high up. You don't need to guard that forehead, but you got to guard the temple, the jaw. Ooh! Speaking of which, Ali, you got to watch those hands, boy.
Gotta watch him, bro. And I think one of the big secrets to Bloob's defense right now is the changes to V4. V4 has made your hands and arms absolutely rigid. They literally cannot move. Solly, we tested this out in V1 where you were able to manipulate the gloves a little bit, pull them down, go for a cross over the top of the guard. A powerful punch could have made it through, but now they are rigid, and Bloob is taking advantage of that. And honestly, ironically, Bloob was the biggest critic of this particular type of static guard, and here he is right now making it give him pay dirt. The man's about to get paid off the things he's complaining about.
Yeah, we're coming through pretty close. I think he's had it edged out in this match, but we're going to see on the scorecards.
Ooh.
Let's see what the judges say.
See what they say. Official record.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is the blue corner.
And the blue corner takes it. Man, look, you predicted it, bro. It was all the way through. Blue takes it. Let's go ahead and look at the official scorecard. Let's get a few stats on the board. So overall, Blue taking the first round, just like you said, Solly. Second round, your boy Ali came back, but Blue with an explosive performance, finishing out strong, 29-28 for your winner. Blue fighting out of the blue corner, securing him a much anticipated and much needed first win. No knockdowns throughout that match, but it was a good, clean boxing match. And let's take a look at the damage right now. I want to see the damage. So the damage, honestly, not too bad, especially for V4, Solly. We got 787 for 631 in the first round, right? A little higher in the second round. Your boy Ali edging it out, man. And if he could have kept that pace, if he could have had a second round like round number 2, he would have won this. But Blue turning it up very consistently, keeping around that 800 range. And I think Ali gassed himself out. You can see the damage went down. You know, he went hard in that second round, and you got to pace yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to pace yourself. All right, so what we're going to do right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to lock in with the fighters here. So while they come back up, we're going to bring them up. I want to hear their thoughts. In the meantime, in between time, I want to address the chat, because I just want to let you know a lot of the times I try to talk to the chat during the round, but we're too busy commentating, right? I try to get in there a little bit more often, but I see a lot of you guys asking the question, how do I get in? Coach, how can I get next, man? I think I can whoop that dude's behind. And you know what? I believe you. I believe every last one of y'all, but I'm gonna need you guys to prove that to the homies, right? So what I want to let you guys know right now, that this tournament is absolutely locked in for the next 3 weeks. These fighters are fighting in a Swiss tournament. I'm going to show you guys the full screen right now. So first of all, let's go ahead and eliminate. I do love this part of the game. We're going to eliminate somebody off of here. So we're going to throw this big old L on somebody's face. And who was that? Was that your boy Ali? Yeah, it was Ali. Oh no.
Yeah, Ali lost that. Bloob won.
Okay.
Really close though.
It was really close. So we're gonna go ahead and get a little maneuver around here, and it was Ali with the big X on his face, the first one down for the night. And I want to get an update for you guys as well. We just got this in from the last match. Due to some unforeseen circumstances, we're gonna have to throw a couple more L's on some people's faces. Weren't able to make it to the first round of the tournament. It's sad to see it happen, but hey, it is what it is. So right now I'm going to go ahead and throw a couple more L's on some people's faces. So definitely Carl unable to make it tonight. So Killer Cam is going to get a bye for the tournament, and we're waiting on confirmation to see who can pop up here next. So right now we got 2 L's on the board. You hate to see it happen, but hey, it is what it is. If you can't make it to the tournament, you can't make that money.
Next.
So we got Boz and Guts coming up next. Can we hear from the fighters real quick?
Yes.
All right. And while we get them set up, I'm going to show you guys the format. So to keep things fair, to keep things dope, basically, if you haven't been here on the channel before, we do weekly exhibitions on Sundays. That is for everybody to sign up. Jump into the Discord. If you want to know the Discord link, just say what's up in the chat. I'll drop the Discord link. Anybody can get it. First 30 boxers in, show up on stream. If you make fight of the night and you impress the audience, we will give you an invite, put you on the list to challenge the ladder. But until then, for the next couple of weekends, on Saturdays, we're going to be running this Swiss tournament with these 16 boxers. It's going to culminate in a finals card for the top 8, fighting for a $200 split. This is going to be for the community after this tournament is done. Every week we will open up the ladder, and every 2 months we will be doing another top 8 card for another $200. Could be some more, depending on if there's some donations. You'll get a chance every week to try to challenge the ladder and take a spot to get some easy money. Come on, take the money. It's free, baby, it's free. So I hope that answers a little bit of you guys' questions. So if anybody wants to know how to get in on the Discord, I will drop a link. Now, before we used to do links. We don't do links no more because there were so many people who dropped in that there was absolutely no way for us to police it all, right? So right now I'm gonna drop you to our Discord page, right? And for the folks on TikTok, let me just go in here real quick. And yeah, I got to give you guys a separate link because, you know, TikTok is kind of like weird. It don't want to work with my multi-chat, but it is what it is. They ain't gonna stop the hype train. So I'm dropping that link right there. I appreciate every last one of y'all for coming through on Twitch, on TikTok, on YouTube. You know, shout out to CM Muay Thai, amazing round. Look, for all you guys don't know, this is VR boxing, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different than IRL boxing. One could say it's a little bit jank, but it's so much fun when you're inside the headset. Very hard to see on the outside. The game Thrill the Fight 2 out right now in early access, only $9.99. If you got a VR headset, jump into the action. It's a lot of fun. It's a great workout. But Tali, are we going to hear from our previous fighters, or are we going to move on to the next round? Ali, Bloob, I got to hear from you guys. First off, I want to hear from Ali. Ali, where you at, bro? Yeah, okay, all right, cool. Well, I gotta talk to you then, Blue. My boy, you called this out. You called this out like a week ago. You said this was gonna be easy work. You said, you know what I'm saying, this man had nothing on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You proved yourself today, came out with the first dub of the night. How you feeling? Yeah. Yeah, nah, it's all vegan beef around here, bro. Mm-hmm. Nah, straight up. I definitely think that it was a close battle. Himothy, hey, this man said, hey, yo, this man said he big brain with it, Himmy Neutron, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he proved himself today, right? So Ali, I gotta talk to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You were doing well. I can hear you, bro. I think the crowd should hear you. Everybody in the chat, let me know if y'all can hear him.
We can hear you now.
Bet. We had a little bit of audio difficulty. So, Ali, first round, of course, discovery round, can't take nothing away from that, right? You did what you had to do in the second round. You made the adjustments. You won the second round. You went a little hard in the paint, bro. It looked like you gassed out. What was happening in that third round, man?
I didn't even gas out. My thing is, I was throwing my punches, and I was like pulling half of my punches, but like just because it's a VR game, it doesn't like let the person drop, because I was teeing up on the body. He should have been like down at least the knockout day.
Oh wait, hold on. We gotta let Ali speak, bro. Gotta let Ali have his piece. Go ahead, bro.
But I don't know, the game is still a VR game, but like it's my arms, they're long, so they did do like a damage debuff for like longer arms. So like when I was like long jab into the body or long jab into the face, I wasn't getting damaged. I even tested it out on a dummy. I hit 6 damage every time I do like jabs and stuff. So I don't even do damage when I'm playing the game. It's more of a workout for me.
Hey, look, all I gotta say is, bro, that was a great fight. Great first fight for both of y'all. You remember, you have 3 chances in this tournament. There's 3 rounds, right? So this is not double elimination, not single elimination. You can still make it in the top 8 even after your first L. You just got to win your next 2. All right, up next, let's get the next fighters up on stage. Solly, whenever you get them up on stage, let me know what it is. Right now,
they're up on stage. Nice. They are already ready.
Nice. CM Muay Thai, if you have a question, though, just drop it in the chat. I'm gonna get to it when I can. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to everybody who's following right now. You know what I'm saying? MJ with the follow, I appreciate it. Everyone who wants to know how to join the Discord, man. That's the fastest way to get in on the action. We've got a whole circuit set up for you guys. It's going to be something that we want the community to be involved in and have a good time. So join the Discord. We have a strong Discord of like almost 2,000 members right now, active all the time. Coaches, trainers, people throwing their hands. We have weekly events for the community like King of the Ring, Power Slap competition, team fights. We have weekly exhibitions, and those are the setting stage to get up on here to see who is the strongest under the headset with our weekly ranked division. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look into the next fight coming up. So who did you say we had up for the next fight, Solly?
All right, so we got Boz versus Guts.
Boz versus Guts. Okay, so this one, let me get the graphics up for the people.
All right.
This one actually should be a banger. A lot of people, highly anticipated fight. Got Boz, Guts, two really good fighters, right? I think Boz got really kind of snuffed on the voting, but hey, you know, that's what happens with these popularity things, right? You never really know when you're gonna play. So let's go on to the tail of the tape. We've got Guts in the blue corner with a voted #1, mind you, the most top voted fighter for this tournament. Voted #1. He's got a room scale 9x9 feet, coming in at 5'10" with an elo of 2,000. He goes against Boz, showing up and showing out in the last few exhibition matches. Voted in on #9 because the people didn't know him, but we saw the hands with a massive stationary 10x10 feet, coming in at 5'11" with an elo of 2,042. And so, Solly, how are you feeling about this matchup, bro?
I'm stoked for it. This is a very similar fight. If you look at it, like Boz just basically has an inch, a foot in room space, and 40 points in elo. Guts here with just the solid reputation of just being a badass fighter.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a great match.
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, whenever you are ready to start that match, bro, I'm ready to start. I'm going to hit return real quick. For some reason, they're not allowing me to spectate the match. Don't start right away.
Oh.
Don't start right away, I think.
All good?
I think we're good. You can go ahead and let it rip.
All right. Letting it rip. Let's go.
I'm really excited for this matchup too, man. Guts has been a phenom in our exhibition matches. I mean, pretty much chewing up everybody we threw at him. I don't think we've been able to give him a really good challenge. And that was all for V3. But now heading into V4 with the new damage, I think that it's going to be a very interesting match.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good one. Guts in the blue corner, rocking the all black outfit. Boz in the red, matching him with the gloves and shorts, but rocking the yellow shoes.
It's a good
and
little
right
highlight.
away, we see Guts with his ferocious fighting style.
And that's the fighting style that Guts is known for, bro. He's known for throwing the hands, throwing the combinations, and being very quick and intelligent. Some people who don't really have sharp eyes for this game think, oh man, he's just throwing recklessly. But my man has been an absolute, look at that combination, bro. Uppercut into the right hook. Oh, and down goes Guts! Man, what in the world? We was out here getting ready to glaze this man up like a Thanksgiving ham, and down he goes.
Dang, and I have to say, that was an amazing counter shot from Boz. I had been watching him on the Crossing the Void night. He was fighting against someone who is a master of this game. And Guts was having was having a hard time against him, but after that, he was just knocking through people. And I think he's figured out how to do damage, but so does Guts, and returns with a knockdown himself.
Man, as expected from one of the top fighters, both of these guys are top fighters. Don't let the voting fool you. The seeding for this matchup is really just based off the voting that got them into the tournament. But this is going to be an explosive match, as both of them tentatively looking for their Ooh, that combination was sweet, baby. Solly. Ooh, man, like this is gonna be. I don't even know how to call this, bro.
No, this is sort of be a boxing match. That was like a little bit martial arts movie there. Like these guys are intense. I am feeling the energy and loving it. Even when they're slowing down, you can feel that they're like just taking these micro movements, looking each other out. and just trying to figure out what they can do to land those devastating shots that they're both great at.
Nah, this is a match right here. This is a match right here, and this is what you love to see. You love to see people taking their time, especially in the round number 1, right? We had some fireworks setting off, and both fighters got respect from each other right away. Right away, and you could see that the respect has been earned, and now they're trying to figure it out. Guts trying to land those devastating hooks, but Boz trying to work on some counter shots. And you got to be careful in V4. You throw too much volume, you're going to get counter hit, and Boz is going to depend on that for this round.
Yeah, and I don't even know how to score this one so far. It feels like it's been dead even. This fight could go either way, but who do you think is up on the scorecards at this point?
Bro, it's hard. It's really tough, right? So I'm pulling for Guts. I have been a big fan of him ever since he came on the channel. He's been doing really good. I'm still going to pull for Guts. Long term, I'm going to pull for Guts because I think overall he's going to grind Boz down. Boz right now already showing signs of being hurt, but nice little footwork and movement there by Guts, and I said,
getting hurt is right.
Like I said,
Boz goes down again.
6, 7, 8. Hey, you all right?
Devastating, especially at the end of round 1. That is probably that is going to secure that in favor for Guts. Likely going 10-8 for him, possibly even 10-7 if you went out on damage.
Yeah,
that was such a poor moment for Boz, because otherwise that momentum was just right neck and neck for both of them.
Yeah, dude, he started off pretty strong in that match, you know what I'm saying? And like, even though I am pulling for Guts on this one, Boz came up and surprised the heck out of me when I tell you, this man came up, he came here to win money. He came here to put it down and win some money. Chat, make some noise for that first round, bro. Like, everybody asking how to get in. I'm about to be dropping links to the Discord. Join the Discord if you want to get in. It's the fastest way that I can tell you on stream to get in. But make some noise. I want to see what you guys think out there. Let me get some ones in the chat if you're going for your boy Guts. If you think Boz is going to take it back with the run back in round number 2, let me get a 2 in the chat. CM Muay Thai, holla at me in Discord, bro. DM me. We'll try to work something out. We got some ones coming in the chat already, bro. We got some ones in the chat already. I'm seeing it. People are pulling for Guts.
Now here's the thing, Super. This is the adjustment round. How do you adjust to this? Like, it feels like they've already made 6 adjustment rounds just in round 1.
So right now, when you look at Guts has some really good combinations. You can see that he has his patterns and attack patterns kind of figured out, and he's coming in off of hooks, right? And he's coming in high, and he's also not just headhunting. So you got to have somebody right here that you got to think really intelligently about how to come back. Boz keeps his hands down just a little bit, right? Guts has been finding a lot of good hooks. You don't want to fall into Guts' pace. You got to bring the fight to him, back up, back in, and back out, and force him to engage and look for the counter shots. Ooh, another good combination put together by Guts.
And he's just coming in with, like, really a master of the hands down style, but because his punches come so fast and his head movement is so good, like, he just stays in there and slugs it out with you, right? Like, Chad has said it many times, tough is the only way to describe this fighting style.
Yeah, it's well put together, right? And you don't want to get intimidated. You want to do what Boz did and bring the fight to Guts, right? Because Boz does have that power. He has the capability to bring the fight to him, and I've seen Guts hurt a couple of times, and especially when Guts is swinging with those hooks, you got to come in with the counter shots, right? Because the counter system in this game has been buffed up quite significantly. Right, and what you don't want to do is fall into this kind of lull right here and let Guts size you up and get his range, because when he finds the range, he's quite accurate.
I agree. I think Boz really needs to do a couple of things here, right? He needs to trust his guard and counters, and he needs to push the pace, right? He doesn't have to always be throwing punches, but he needs to engage on his terms, because whenever Guts does it, and bang, there's that counter shot.
That's what I'm telling you, Brody. That's what I'm telling you. Guts has to. He's not invincible. The man's really good now, but he's not invincible. And Boz has the system on his side. He's got to be confident to be in the pocket. I would like to see him answer the phone a couple of times, you know what I'm saying, because them hooks is raining down on him. But Boz can win this on counter hooks.
Very much so. But, you know, this just goes to show, right? People were saying that knockdowns are dead in V4. We've already had 4 this match. If you know how to put on the damage, people will find a way to put people in the canvas.
Oh, absolutely. It's a game after all. And for everyone who's having struggles with V4, it's not for me. They nerfed me. They did this. Oh, back to back. Knock it down. Exciting. Yo, you would have thought this thing was V3 right now. This V4. Oh, that's 8. I thought it was going to be down for a little bit longer. Oh, my God. Okay, end of the round. Wow. 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 What an explosive comeback. Ooh, big thud coming
shots. And Guts always responding no matter what. And something I think he's been really good at is having a sense of timing of the round, right? He always gets those knockdowns late, and it makes it so hard for Guts to respond, or for Boz to respond.
Yeah, that is very true. That is very true. And you know, saying your boy Guts is a tough SOB. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's really difficult. But Boz, I think he still has the way to do it. Now, the second round, adjustment round, is over. Boz made the adjustment. He did lock in with the counter hits. He toughed it out, but now it's got to work on a little bit more defense. He can't let Guts take the KO back from him. It's going to like depreciate all the work that he did in that round, and that in and of itself is going to be very debilitating. If you're Boz, you got to answer that phone a little bit more, man. Guts is really good. The hooks to the body, hooks to the head, uppercut to the body, uppercut to the head. He pieces together 2-3 hit combos very well, and that means he's not really going to be nerfed in this patch. He's going to always be staying optimal. Ooh, good lunging in punch right there. And other thing, too, Guts is making use of that room space, bro. He is looking like a bullet when he dashes in.
Absolutely. And the other thing, too, right, when he's throwing all those punches, he's also racking up the wins on the scorecard, right? So, like, Boz is here relying on those counter shots, and he can win the round if he gets the knockdown. But Guts is okay if it's an even, you know, one knockdown apiece round, because he knows he threw so many punches and he does so much damage with each of them.
This is true. This is true. Man, this is exciting, man. People keep saying that the game is dead. People keep saying that, you know, it's not a good look. V4 this, V4 that. I got nerfed. I'm here to tell you right now, these fighters are showing you ain't got no excuses, bro. Call all the Johns you want. You know what I'm saying?
Put in the work, you'll get results one way or another.
Oh, absolutely. 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 Absolutely.
And right now, both fighters putting in the work. Boz really just trying to be careful and figuring it out. Guts pretty confident that he has this in the bag. Started to style on a little bit, but still staying very responsible. Like, look at how quick he moves around the ring.
Yeah, that man is almost a ghost, and it makes it hard for Boz to take the offensive, right? And when Boz takes the offensive, then Guts starts to switch into counter hitting, and then flows evenly right into pressure. It's very hard to deal with, man. I mean, I can offer all the advice I can from the outside, but you know, it's very tough when you're not in the headset yourself.
And I love, too, what occasionally happens with Guts is he has these little, like, what I'm going to call samurai moments, right? Where he looks like he's like about to draw his hands like a sword.
Okay.
Like right here. And he just snaps out. Boom, boom. Right there, right? Like, it's like an EI thing.
I love it. I love those more cinematic moments, you know, and it's very also Ooh! The weave! Serving up bundles. I love it. Weave. And then back at it again. Guts putting in the damage. And it's crazy because he just threw a barrage of like 4 or 5 swings. It's very interesting. The developers have not been absolutely very precise and forthcoming with the threshold for the spamming, right? We don't know if it's technique based, whether it's volume based, but it's very interesting when I do see like 4 or 5 shots being thrown. I do wonder if like the opportunity for the counter hit is there, and that's what Boz has got to be looking out for. Get that defense up, especially what you got to notice when Guts switches to offense. Back up, rope him in, look for the counter shot. When he backs off, pressure him back. You got to keep the fight active because he's going to start doing some goofy stuff when he gets real comfortable.
Yeah, like right now, he loves the head down. But what works for him when he does it, right, is that he moves it back. And in this patch especially, that mitigates so much damage. Like if you move into a punch, you're going to get extra damage. If you get out, you can mitigate some of it.
Oh, that's
and that's why he's so hard to knock down, even with that hands low style.
That's very good to point out right there, bro. That is very good to point out. I completely forgot about being able to mitigate damage. And there we go. No surprises.
Guts securing that win. 26-29. Super, what do you think about that on the scorecards?
I mean, it's a bigger blowout than I thought, right? But we got to remember that for every knockdown that Boz had, Guts took it back on him. And Guts kept the damage up as well. So we look at the scorecard, 10-8, 10-8 in favor of Guts. But Boz coming in 10-9 in that round. If he didn't get that knockdown in the second round taken away from him, this could have been a different fight. This could have been a completely different fight, right?
Absolutely. It was razor thin. No, we had, 5 knockdowns between the first 2 rounds. And I also just really want to look at the damage here. First round, 4 points of damage is what decided that.
Sheesh.
So aside from those knockdowns, they were exchanging it super close, 952 to 948. Round 2, though, 1294 damage for Guts in one round. There's some people who don't even get that in a whole match.
True.
That is crazy. And then really the tail of it in the end, I think Guts taking a little bit off of the aggression, trying to put in a little more style points. But Boz really securing it, right? Solid match and solid round, 724 damage. But Guts overall delivering just a solid performance and edging out in not an overwhelming way, but just right at the right moments to really affect the scorecard and the feel of the match. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Well, let's go ahead and get ready to hear from the fighters. I definitely want to hear them. And while we hear from them, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to, the favorite time to put some X's on some faces. Chat, how are you feeling about that fight, bro? Like, for a lot of the people out here, man, I just want to really hear y'all's opinions, especially for some of the new people who probably have never seen this, right? I saw somebody in the chat said, man, wait till they find out about real boxing. Real boxing is also awesome, right? That's why people are playing this game, because this is the closest proximity to that, probably better than playing Fight Night. I don't feel like somebody playing boxing game like this is a little different from actually throwing your hands, you know what I mean? So so let me just answer some questions real quick from the chat, right? A lot of people asking, how can I fight? Okay, so for the tournament, right? You can't get in on this tournament. It's an invitational tournament, right? These top 16 folks are voted in from our exhibition fights, but you can get in on future ranked events. And how do you do that? Join the Discord. When you join the Discord, you have an opportunity to join the exhibition matches on Sundays, live stream every Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, till the wheels fall off. And then people who get the fight of the night, we discuss about it, we talk about it in the community, we see who's who, and then, we'll maybe give you a shot to challenge the ranked ladder. So that's gonna be coming up here in a bit, but for now, though, let's get on to business, and let's start eliminating some faces real quick. Hold on, let me get some elimination. So who was that just went down? That was Boz taking the L. I mean, you hate to see it happen, bro, but it was a good matchup. It was a good matchup. Not gonna take anything from Boz. He did his thing, but somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose. So there we go. Boz taking the L. Dax in the chat says, "Yeah, I want to play. Not gonna lie, I want to challenge the number one." Bro, I think you can. I think you can challenge number one. I believe in everybody, man. There's so many boxers, so many fighters in rank that we have not seen yet. So there's no reason to think that, that people are not going to be able to challenge. But right now, I want to let the homies cook. The community did vote them in for the top 16, and once the top 16 is absolutely settled, then we're going to get in on the match. Let's hear from these fighters real quick. First off, I want to hear from Boz.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard fight.
Hard fight is an understatement, dude. That was a battle. How do you feel at the end of that? That was you had some great moments.
I can't hear him, bro. Is he on voice chat?
He's talking. Yeah, I can hear him on Discord.
I'm here.
Is it just me? Oh, Scott Bloom with the 20 hot jalapeno peppers. Keeping it spicy, my boy. I appreciate it. Look, TikTok always comes through. For some reason, is he muted? Like, hold on, wait. Let me legit. Guts is muted. Boz, he's muted on mine.
Oh yeah, because I was waiting.
Okay, now he's unmuted. Boz, what's up? Say something.
Yeah, I was just kind of upset because I feel like his KOs are coming out of
Dang,
nowhere.
bro, you got to translate for the chat.
I can hear him.
Translate for us. We got to hear the word. So how does he feel after that loss, man? I got to hear. It's got to be very heartbreaking. He did his absolute thing. How does he feel after that match?
Me?
Yeah, boss, go ahead.
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
it was
Solly's
harsh,
going to be
you know?
our silent ghost boss translator, y'all. Just give us a moment to gather up some, you know what I'm saying? Just gather up some thoughts here. All right, people in the chat asking for the link to the Discord. So I'm dropping a link to our Discord page. The channel is a
boss,
public
tell me your
Discord.
answer right now while he's talking.
Yeah. Just tell me the answer. Solly will let us know. It
Can
is a
nobody
public
hear me?
Discord. I guess Cercito Jaro. Check that link. Let me know if that link works for you. And I'm gonna drop the link for YouTube and
everyone
for
in the chat hear
TikTok
me?
or Twitch as well.
Yeah.
I think
This man out
Super
here
has me
speaking
muted.
all kinds of stuff. I love to see it. That was an amazing fight. I appreciate everybody out here for the support today, man. Shout outs to all the people, ZZ, who just followed. I appreciate it. Let's take a look at our number one supporter, Scott Bloom, with the spicy peppers. You already know, with the number one gold standard, right? Pops up in the chat out here too. Jordan Freeman as well with the support. Our number one, number two, and number three supporters here on TikTok. Appreciate all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Cercito, when's the next tournament? So that's a good question. Let me actually go ahead and bring this up, because I do love to bring up my little format document. So what you're looking at right now is the full tournament spread. This is going to be a multi-weekend tournament. We do like to give the boxers a week to not only rest, but to kind of think about their performance and scope out their competition. Right, so it's going to be a multi-week format, Swiss tournament, right? So multiple chances to win, right? We're going to be, after the Swiss tournament concludes, which should be in about 2-3 weeks depending on schedules, right? We're going to have the top 8 make it to a finals card. That finals card is going to be for $200 split amongst the top 8, of course, heavily weighing for the number 1 and number 2. Everyone else who is in that bottom 8, though, they are not completely out. They will go on to continue to the rank ladder, and that's where folks like you, Cercito, will be always ready to challenge. And how can you challenge, you might be asking? You may not be asking, but I'm gonna answer anyway. Well, how you can challenge is this: just join the Discord, right? Involve yourself with our wonderful community, meet some boxers. Every Sunday we have exhibition matches. Every Thursday we have community events called Crossing the Void, right? During those events, we like to see who's got the hands. A lot of these players that are fighting here today have came up through the exhibitions and through those formats, right? And so what ends up happening is we pick them, we select them, and then they get to challenge the ranked ladder. It's as simple as that, right? So if you're seeing this for the first time, think you got the hands, prove it. Join the Discord, jump on the exhibitions, wow us on the next stream, and then maybe you will be able to compete in the ranked ladder. But for now, Solly, do we have a word from Boss?
Yeah, so for some reason the Discord can hear him, everyone except for you can. But basically, he said that was a hard fight.
I think he has me like
You
muted.
might have it muted.
I don't have it muted. I'm looking right. I was literally talking to him yesterday. I don't know what's going on. I got full volume.
All right,
no mute.
but anyway, so his words were that he had a tough fight. He felt it was super close.
Yeah.
And just kind of disappointed, right? He had it really, he had it at moments and felt like it was, he could have pulled it out.
The dim system is so annoying. It's like.
I absolutely agree with that. I mean, he wowed everybody on the stream. Amazing KOs. I mean, you guys have proved a lot of people wrong, right, about V4. Let's hear from Guts. Guts, bro. I know I see Guts is muted. I'm gonna see the unmute. If I can't hear Guts and I can only hear Solly, it's just gonna be cursed. I can hear you, bro. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's
I don't know why you can't hear Boss.
I don't know what's up, man. I don't know what's going on. But all right, bro. You have some firecrackers, some fucking explosives. You got some secret, WMDs in those hands, bro. Like, how in the world are you able to get so many knockdowns in V4?
Really, it's looking for the counters. Like whenever I would put on volume and like constantly casing, that's when he would knock me down.
Yeah.
You really, really, really have to look for the counters. There's basically no reason in trying to work for volume.
You hear that, everybody? Look for the counters.
He hit a I think it was the first counter shot he hit on me. I literally had him in the corner. I was like piecing him up. He was crying. His face was completely red. He was tearing up, and then he just fucking hit me with a
and I was like,
the surprise.
It's just so
nice little
like,
tap on my face.
If you would be in the corner,
it was great. How do you feel after that first win? And how do you feel about your chances in this tournament?
I feel like I'm gonna place 4th, bro. I mean, like if I even make it the top 4, I feel like Stevie and Cam and Fuck.
Yeah,
I just don't know.
There's some stiff competition here, but you were well on your way to at least making it to the top 8. We have ran several kind of like scrimmages, fantasy versions of this tournament in the back, and you know, if you go 2-1, you're in top 8, bro. So you're about halfway there. So I wanted to say congratulations to you. Good fight to both you and Boz. We'll hopefully see you guys here next week for round number 2. And for now, we're going to go ahead and get underway to the next battle. Solly, when you have them set up, let me know.
Yeah, we have Yogi versus Killshot Kev. Kev asked for just a 2-minute break real quick to do something. But after that, I think we got Driftery back in here. So I think we're going to have another match. So we're going to have... hold on, let me just make sure I can see the matchups.
Okay. I'm with it, though.
Who was Driftery up against?
Driftery should be up against... Let me just go ahead and make... So we're definitely having Yogi versus Kev up next, right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So we got Yogi versus Kev loaded up, and Driftery should be taking on Tynado today. So let me go ahead and reset these stats real quick. Chat, just hold on for us for a little bit. So I do like to chill on this break screen while we do get the next boxers up. So you said that was Yogi versus Killshot Kev. Got it. And then Yogi versus Killshot Kev. I am good to go whenever you are. In the meantime, you always know, in between time, I'm going to say what's up to the chat. What's good, y'all? Devontae, how can I join? How can you join? I got the answer for you, bro. All you gotta do is join the Discord. I'm gonna say this a bunch of times. I'm gonna be dropping links in the chat. Also, shout out to everybody already in the Discord, in the VIP chat. So we do these. We also stream to the Discord as well. And we got about 26 people watching live in the Discord. I mean, the VIP seats is where it's at, man. The chat over there is going absolutely insane. These guys have been heckling. They've been congratulating the homies. They've been seeing people they've been training with do well, or maybe not do well. It's been a vibe. Ethan, do you guys have your own champs too? Actually, that's a really good question. This tournament is going to decide our first official champion, right? So from that point on, it's going to be just like any other boxing league. You'll have the number 1 facing off against the number 2, vying for position. They'll be fighting for that weekly challenge. And we're going to do something a little different because it's a video game, right? Can't give out belts. You know, we can't afford to have like a fight every 3 months. So we're going to keep a ladder going, and there's going to be big payout matches every so often, maybe a month, maybe 2 months. It depends on how the community shifts and moves around. But every weekend you're going to be fighting. You're going to be seeing ranked action here on Ringside VR. I guarantee you. And speaking of action, I'm going to go ahead and drop this link so you guys can take some action and join the Discord. It's an amazing Discord. I don't want to toot my own horn or the horn of everybody.
But we are ready when you are.
Awesome.
You can go into the tail of the tape.
Yeah, awesome. Let me just let everybody know we got the strongest, the friendliest, the best, the most lively community out there for Thrill of the Fight 2. I mean, the only community out there that's bigger than Ringside VR right now is the official Discord, right? And of course, rightfully so. They made the game, bro. They got all the tournaments, they got all the community mods. Shout out to Boxing Fanatico. It's wonderful to see so many leagues, and there's so many other leagues popping up, you know, so I'm glad to be counted amongst them. So yeah, not Oser, just drop the link. Hopefully you could see that in Discord, in TikTok, and then I'm gonna drop it again one more time for the people on YouTube. But let's go on ahead and get to the tail of the tape. Actually, a different tail of the tape this time. We already had Bloob versus Ali. This time, we're going to have Yogi versus Kev, correct?
Correct.
All right. Yogi versus Kev up on the big screen. Yogi, in the blue corner, voted number 8 in the poll today with a massive room scale, 12 by 12 feet. This man is going to have enough room to fly around. 5'11", pretty average height, but coming in at a really cool 1950 elo. I love to see that a lot of the boxers here have been taking their time to work it out in ranked, figure everything out. And across from him, the op in the red corner, ranked number 16 is Killshot Kev. Today going to be fighting in some stationary. Killshot Kev just slightly shorter, 5'9", but a massive elo there, 21.76. Solly, how are you feeling about this fight?
Super excited. I think the stationary versus room scale matchup is always going to be fun to watch, at least for me. And, just because these are the lower ranked fighters of the night does not mean that there's anything that you should expect besides an amazing fight. Yogi, I recently saw in the last Crossing the Void night, was just delivering knockdowns left and right. So this should be explosive.
Oh, absolutely, man. So look, we are ready to go on and rocking whenever you are. Chat, you know what I'm saying?
Yep,
Ghosty
starting.
Boy 69, is this Thrill of Fight 2? Oh yeah, V4, baby, Thrill of Fight 2. We out here trying to see who's the strongest under the headset. This is an invitational tournament for the boxers here in the Ringside VR Discord community. If you want to join the Discord, if you think you got the hands, bro, and I believe in everybody who think they got the hands. I'm always surprised. You can definitely join the Discord. I will drop the link momentarily. All right, round number one underway, bro. Oh, with the hugs. That's what I'm talking about.
Hugs.
Some brotherly love in here as we trying to beat each other's virtual faces in for some moolah. I'm about to drop that link for you guys in the chat.
Yeah, and so we got Yogi in the white shorts with the red gloves. Killshot Kev rocking the black and yellow, repping them Steelers, Kill Bill, and Bruce Lee fans everywhere.
Yes, sir. You love to see the fit. I do love the drip, bro. Ooh, goddamn. Before I can talk about the drip, we already got some hands dropping real hard. Everybody's doing the monochromatic today. I mean, I ain't mad at the white and black, but, I do love to see some color.
Absolutely. I think that, as the game develops and gets a little bit more customization in there, I'd love to see some more style, some patterns in there, maybe even throw in a logo or something like that.
Ooh,
but right now, both of these fighters don't care what they're wearing. They're about to be just throwing hands on each other left and right.
It's a good old-fashioned brawl, too, bro. They throwing hands, right? Not being cheeky with it. They trying to put the other man down. And it's going to be interesting. And now, V4. We're going to be talking about V4 this entire night. When we see V4 in action, when we see the leather start flying, somebody might go down if they keep it up. We got to be very careful. I would say about 4 punches, back up off them. You know what I'm saying? Reset just to keep yourself safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and too, especially here, right? Like you can see both fighters are very careful in how they reset, right? Kev just did his combo, step back, reset. Yogi just kind of gradually keeps pressure. He doesn't throw a lot of super fast punches except for in opportune moments, but he's kind of always throwing something that you need to respect at any given moment.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm excited for really just not only for this fight, but for all the people, in the chat right now. Very excited. Ooh, good combination. Yogi putting hands on him. A lot of people are getting excited, man, trying to see how they can get in on the tournament. For those who are asking for the link, I'm going to drop the link, and I'm going to explain how to get into the tournament once we get in on a break. But for right now, let's lock in with the action here. Yogi, MK, in the white trunks, taking on Killshot Kev, in the Kill Bill colors. Let's go.
Yeah, and Yogi's doing some good damage. I love the way he's switching levels, trying to hit the liver and solar plex whenever they're open. Kev's got his guard a little bit low, but he's looking for those counter shots.
Yeah. Now, like we said from the last fight, right? Counter shots are the way to go. It's going to be hard to counter somebody with the reach advantage like Yogi has. And Yogi, allowing Killshot Kev to cross the void and put some damage on him. Yogi is doing what he needs to do. He's circling out. He's backing up. He's constantly forcing Killshot Kev to take the risk of approaching Yogi, and that's dangerous for Killshot Kev. Anytime you're walking into a punch, even ever so slightly, you put yourself at risk for a big counter shot in this V4 damage.
And despite all the explosiveness, this round's starting to come to a close with no knockdowns, but lots of exchanges.
Crowd's going
Both
crazy
fighters
right
slugging
now.
it out till the last second.
Virtual crowd's going absolutely crazy right now. And for those of you in the audience maybe new to the game, that's how you can tell when the match is really spicy. The audience does react to the punches from the players. So it's really good to see that the crowd's fired up, man. You can definitely tell that the gloves are flying, especially when it's hard to see the crybaby face. I might have to take it from guts. If they start crying, they about to start dying. That's going to be the new flex right now. We used to call it the ugly face. Now it's the crybaby face. You know what I'm saying? Bring them tears. Bring them tears. Gail Ruiz, what's the code? There is no code, Brody. This is a tournament, invitational tournament. We see in the ranked match for strongest under the headset right now. I wanted to take a moment to appreciate all the people who followed AI, Jaden, you know what I'm saying? Freak Bob, you know what I mean? Shout out Nick Strail. Oh shit. Abel, you know what I'm saying? I do love Abel from Street Fighter. Appreciate the follow, man. Oh, man, we got people flooding in right now. Fitz with the follow, Trey with the follow. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it in. We got Yogi MK in the white trunks with the black trim, and then we got Killshot Kev in the Kill Bill colors. Round number 2, the discovery round underway, Solly. You know, adjustment round. Excuse me, adjustment round. How do you think these people are going to adjust here in the second round, bro?
I mean, I may think we're already seeing it from Yogi. It's just volume, but that's not necessarily the best strategy.
Damn!
Shot Kev landing that counter.
Damn!
Hitting them with some kill shots. Damn!
Kev.
But I was going to say, Yogi looking like he decided to up the volume and the aggression, which not a bad strategy, right? He hits hard, wear down the health bar, so to speak. But Kev was waiting for those counter shots all of round 1, and he was just ready to throw them the second Yogi gave him that opening.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's easy to slip back into old V3 damage habits where everybody was Mike Tyson and you could just kind of lay in on someone, because that would have been the right decision to make. Yogi, I think, had the advantage coming out of round 1 just barely, and he was going to try to increase that round disadvantage for Killshot Kev, but Kev waiting in the shadows like an assassin, looking for his moment, ready to pounce. You love to see it here in V4.
Yeah, so I was going to say, I was going to ask you who you thought would winning that round 1, so you think Yogi. So what does he have to do to get back into round 2, right? Because he tried the more aggression. It clearly didn't work.
Yeah.
But, you know, whatever he was doing round 1 didn't necessarily secure him a comfortable victory, it seemed, because he felt he had to adjust.
You don't want to fall into the trap of trying to feel like you have to catch up. You still have a good amount in round number 2 and round number 3, and it's only 1 knockdown, right? I think with your Yogi, you get more efficient. 2-3 shots, get in, get out. 2-3 shots, get in, get out. Work the body. He was keeping Killshot Kev busy on the defensive, right? And you make up, you just finish out this round strong, and then go for round number 3. Keep it calm. Don't get overzealous. Don't try to come back with the fast hands, because that's gonna be a quick trip to the ground, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ground Town is waiting for you.
Absolutely. Yogi getting a little bit frustrated there. And I can see why. Kev had the ugly face, so that was a good use of it for defense.
Clinch,
again, people forget about the clinch. It's powerful. Even if you're not going to get knocked down, it's just a good way to reset if you're feeling uncomfortable.
They do. It's easy to forget, man. A lot of people are just like, oh, I don't like the clinch system. Oh, it's cheap. It's this, it's that. But it's a tool. It can save you, man. You got to be able to use it.
Absolutely. It's a tool in your tool belt. And both of these fighters right now showing that they have a lot of those tools, right? Kev having some pretty good outboxing with that long jab, kind of forcing Yogi to be the one to engage more seriously, and then waiting to catch him with that powerful right counter. Yogi, on the other hand, has a really versatile offense and defense that he loves to switch back and forth from very fluidly.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to be a very interesting battle of weapons here. Again, Yogi had, I think, what was a good strategy for his build. He had the longer arms. He could do some combos. He was staying on the back foot. He was causing Kev to come to him, and that's what he needs to do in this round number 3 right now. He needs to let Kev believe in his ability to be up right now. Kev has to believe that he's up to take more risk, and you capitalize on those risks, come with a surprise counter. You got to have these tactics in you. You got to be able to read the match and read the room, and still be able to apply. You don't want to get too passive, and I think personally for me, those are the keys for victory. But chat, I want to hear from you guys. If you think that Yogi in the white and black trumps is going to take it, give me a 1 in the chat. If you think Killshot Kev is going, continue to keep this lead, let me get the 2s in the chat. I want to hear how you guys feel.
And I will say, some of Discord chats are already giving some advice, saying throw some more feints, and I think that is the right way to do it. I'm not sure who that's for, if that's for Kev or Yogi, but both of them, I think, could benefit from something like that in their tool belt.
Dude, the 2s are raining down in the chat right now. Yo, TikTok is making some noise for Killshot Kev. The crowd hath spoken, right? They saying Kev is going to win this. It looks like by a landslide. Let's see if chat is right. And as they go into round number 3, the gloves start to fly. Kev's got to be careful.
Yogi doing a great job of working the body for some extra damage. Hopefully.
Oh no!
Another shot!
The 2-piece and the biscuit. Man's eating half. Oh my God, the man's was eating good. This man's was cooking, serving up 2 pieces, serving up bundles. The man had the combo for you, 3-piece, called the Colonel, eating good, knuckle sandwiches, half sale. You know what I'm saying? Killshot Kev out here making noise for the chat, for everybody who believed in him. 2's in the chat, 2 crew, where y'all at?
And I think this is, exact repeat of what happened before, right? Yogi got aggressive, threw on a good volume, started seeing some damage, but then stayed in too long, and a quick counter combo from Killshot Kev put him in the ground. I think the key to victory in this has to definitely be Kev's patience.
I mean,
this man is an assassin waiting to strike.
The counter hits are so real in V4, man. Like, I didn't think I'd be excited for the counter hits like this, but when they happen, oh man, it's surprising. And what, I don't know, bro. My jimmies are jostled, bro. I'm out here real excited, bro. Like, this is amazing. People keep telling me how boring V4 is and yada yada yada. This is exciting, bro. Chat's out here making noise.
Ooh. Great shots exchanged. Kev doing the smart thing right now, just playing it safe and patient, standing behind a very effective guard that has kept him upright all night, and just throwing enough offense to know that Yogi can't just take it seriously and start swinging at him. Yogi's in a lot of trouble right now, and he's looking frustrated. Oh,
and the frustration is getting piled on too, bro. Kev crowding my man Yogi. Yogi can't get a hit in edgewise. Like, he's throwing the defense. He's not walking in. I mean, Yogi's getting frustrated, throwing more volume. You can feel it in his character, and he's going to get counter hit. If he goes down by another counter hit, bro, like, pack it in.
I know, and he's landing too, but that's the problem. It doesn't matter how much damage Kev racks up. If it's not going to knock him down, there's no chance for Yogi to win.
Yeah, no chance. I mean, right now, it's looking pretty grim for him. Only 31 seconds left in this match, man. Like, I don't know what you're gonna do. You have to get a complete knockout, and that's gonna require so many mistakes on Killshot Kev's part, and he's just playing it very smart.
I couldn't agree more. And like we said, key to this match, right? His patience and discipline. You know, in a lot of ways, I think Yogi was the more aggressive fighter or brawler. Kev here really had the boxing figured out and came in with the strategy that had the better win condition.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And there we go. The end of another explosive rank to find out who is the strongest under the headset. Oh, my man Yogi left. He left, bro. He's like, I'm out of here, bro. That's what I'm talking about, Kev. Yo, chop it up for the crowd. Kev celebrating. That's what I'm talking about. Work the crowd. Hype him up. Hype him up. You deserve that, my boy. You deserve every bit of that. Let's lock in with the scores at the end of the round. Perfect scores on the SATs, 10s, 10s, 10s. The judges go wild for your winner in the red corner, Killshot Kev with the Kill Bill fit. I love it. Let's look here, man. 2 devastating knockdowns on Yogi, and I think the first knockdown really got to Yogi. He was very surprised by it. He thought he was up coming out of that first round. He tried to put on the volume, but volume is not what you want in this match. You want measured aggression in V4. They want you to box, they want you to reset, they want you to pick your shots. He got put down on the counter hit, and that's going to start that mental struggle. And you know you're behind, you want to get a little antsy, and boom, another counter hit in round number 3. Feeling pretty spicy. Let's look at the damage coming in here, Solly. Golly, 1091 to 1190. It's very close in the first round, bro. How you feeling about these damage outlooks?
I think the damage really tells it. Kev was very disciplined with that defense, and I think just blocking a couple more shots in those first 2 rounds. But Yogi's staying very close. Again, the final match decided by less than 200 points of damage. I think Yogi just got frustrated, right? It's not that his shots weren't landing. He just, put too many too fast, got hit by the anti-spam system, and got hit by those devastating counters. He just needed to calm down a little bit. And like you said, right, he had the time. He just needed to focus and find the openings that Kev was going to give him.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Wonderfully said, man. The chat reined in those 2s so much. I mean, the deuces was being thrown left and right, and as soon as they rained down the 2s, my man, it's like Killshot Kev felt that and said, I got you, player. I got you. Look, let's go ahead and jump in while we get these next fighters up. I want to hear from these 2 fighters. Can we get Yogi, and can we get...
They're up on the stage.
Okay, I'll talk first.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
The game, like,
so he wait for me to strike. He's like a counter boxer kind of thing.
Yeah.
The game loves. It's a completely defensive and counter meta heavy game right now. That it sucks. His counters and everything. His like playstyle was good, but like I'd land shots and then he'd do a roll and his head would go through me and then he's out of it or he'd clinch.
It's frustrating.
He had a jab to my stomach and I went down immediately. Like I was completely. That was a one-hit knockdown.
Yeah. Look, Yogi, you said it best. You said it best, bro. This new meta favors defensiveness and counter punching, and with every meta, we got to adapt, bro. We got to adapt.
That's the whole thing. If you're fighting a defensive player as a pressure fighter, you won't win. You just can't unless you play super defensive the entire time.
No, well, here's what I would say.
It's not possible right now.
Here's what I would say though, right? One good point for you, and I think you up until the first knockdown, you had this. You measured aggression. Right? You don't have to pressure in the way that you used to pressure, but the way you were moving on the back foot, keeping him at arm's length, tagging him up in that first round, it was pretty good. You need to master that way of playing and make your opponent come into you.
A random jab to my stomach when I'm trying to combo, and I'm down immediately. And then I don't have a choice. I can't defend anymore.
You got to rethink it, bro. You got to rethink it, bro. You still got. You got 3 rounds. You got 3 chances, bro. Even if you lose the first round, we've ran the scrimmage. You could still make it in the top 8. So you're nowhere near out. You see what I'm saying? So what I want you to do now is just kind of rethink about that, reset, come back next week. I need to hear from Killshot Kev, the people's champion, bro. I need to hear from you. How you feeling after that fight, man?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. You feel me? GG's to Yogi. You know what I'm saying? I was the underdog in this fight. You feel? You know, and I just made it happen. I've been in the lab just training and everything. You know what I'm saying? Look, you know, everyone just doubted me. You know what I'm saying?
Got to prove the haters wrong, man. Like you got to be in there for you, man. Like you trying to win this money. I love it. I love the crowd was out here. I said, yo, who y'all got? The twos rained in right before you knocked him down in the second round. It was like it was meant to be. You know what I'm saying? So we saw that you weathered the storm. You had a lot of defense coming into that round. Yogi was pressuring you. You got the good counter hit knockdown. Was counter hits and defense your plan coming into this fight?
Yeah, because I just knew, like, he just needed to be counter and everything, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was throwing a lot of punches. I was just hitting him with jabs to the body, you know? It just, you feel me? It was just stunning him, so that was the way to go, you know?
Look, big grats on the first win tonight. I'm about to throw this big old X on Yogi's face because I do love to I just love to do this. Hey, look, come back next week, man. I'm looking forward to see you in the round number 2. You got a good start, solid start. Solly, let's go ahead and get the next fighters up on stage.
They're up and they are ready in the lobby. Whenever you want to do the tail of the tape, we can start the match.
Nice. All right, let me go ahead and who am I going to put this X on? Bam! Put it on Yogi. Put it on Yogi's face. All right, so we got a couple more fights for the night. We're going to see who makes it through. Right now, I want to jump in. Who do we have next fighting, Solly?
We got Driftery versus Tynado.
Driftery versus Tynado. All right, give me a moment here, chat. Let me go ahead and set up the graphics for this next fight. Update the team. Update the stream.
This will also be our last one of the night.
I believe so. Ooh, wait a minute now. Hold on, wait. We'll figure it out here in a little bit because I gotta see who's coming up. So we got Driftery versus Tynado, right? And then let me double check here. Reset the rounds, and then bring up your boy Drift and bring up your boy Tynado. Drifty versus Tynado. All right. Well, I am ready to go. Wait, did I get removed from the lobby? No, I didn't. Okay. I am reconnecting to the lobby. Hold on. All right, we in there now, bro. I am ready to go whenever you are. Time is on the clock. We about to get ready for this tail of the tape. So we got fighting up next, Driftery versus Tynado. Driftery coming in ranked number 5 in the vote, coming with stationary 4x4 feet. He's a 5'4" fighter, so a little guy and a 2,000 elo. But hey, this is the battle of the little people. Coming in with 13th with the vote, we got Tynado, also a stationary fighter, so it's pretty even match. 5'6" and 2042. Driftery crowd favorite coming in here favored. How do you feel about this fight, Solly?
I love these two fighters. They both always put on an interesting, exciting performance, and I think we're going to see one of those fights where it's a big, the style, not the elo, makes the matchup.
Absolutely, absolutely. So look, whenever you're ready to let that thing rip, we can get on to possibly the last fight of the night. I'm pretty excited about this too. Driftery said that he had some new tech. So I want to see how V4 treats both of these fighters, because Driftery was heavily impacted by V4 coming into this. And so I definitely want to see how they both adapted. And let's get on to this next fight.
Tynado rocking the white trunks with the black trim in the red corner. Driftery rocking that really cool looking teal all the way through. I love with the color matching.
Oh,
both
absolutely.
Fighters starting this round feeling each other out patiently.
I'm a big fan of the teal myself too. Shout outs to Hajime no Ippo. Very anime, the anime that very much inspired Driftery's style early on in season 1. Right now he has adapted his way through, worked away from the peekaboo guard, and hopefully we'll see a new Driftery. But Tynado looking like Ippo himself, slipping and rolling, coming in here, making the moves on Driftery.
Yeah, using a really good peekaboo guard and very effective hooks, straights, and jabs coming in at those angles. Like you said, really looking like Ippo a little bit, right? He's got that rock and brawler kind of attitude.
Oh, absolutely. And Driftery can't let somebody outshine him. The pundits, I will say, has Driftery not favored in this matchup. Driftery has not been doing a lot of work in the previous exhibition matches as he tries to find his way in V front number 4. You know what I'm saying? So right now he's got about as even matchup as he can ask for in Tynado, but Tynado putting the hands on my man. Driftery's got to be careful. Got to keep those hands up.
Yeah, and I like what he's doing here. He's backing up. He's resetting. He's thinking this through. Right, Tynado definitely having a better understanding of the range and using great level changes. I think that's what's giving Driftery trouble, right? He's not sure where to hold his guard, whether high or low, and he's kind of getting it a little bit in between, getting the worst of both worlds.
Yeah, and I don't want to give away too many of the weapons here in the discovery round. Driftery has been known for heavy hooks, especially a good solid liver blow. And I want to use that as a point to make here that in this damage system, we do have weak points finally turned on to the boxer's body. So shots to the chin, to the temple, shots to the solar plexus, to the liver, on the jaw. Those do a solid 40% extra damage added onto your punch. So if you're Driftery, who is known for the liver shot, he's got to find ways to land that. And he's got to keep those hands up, man. Ring, ring, ring. Answer the phone. Because Tynado is calling, bro. Them hands is calling you. The mat is calling you. And you might be there sooner than you think, Drift. You got to keep them hands up, Brody.
He's got to be a little bit more predictive and start reading Tynado's rhythm, right? You can tell he's swinging a lot. Tynado's doing a lot with his head movement and his hand placement to block or make these punches kind of skim off of him.
Ooh, big shots landed by Tynado.
Beautiful overhand.
Yeah, you can see Driftery's head really snap back on that last punch, and it's very rare to see the VR boxer's model with the head snap back. And right now, you got to see what Tynado is doing, man. Even when Driftery's kind of throw out some jabs, he's not really finding any meaning behind those jabs. He's trying to go down. Driftery's got to be careful. He threw a little bit too many punches. He's putting himself in a little bit of danger to switch the camera around, try to get a better angle here, but ooh. Third round comes to a close.
Surviving that round, making sure to back up and doing a good job of not getting caught in the corner, keeping that in backwards motion just to mitigate a little bit of that damage. But I think that round, safely said, it's going to Tynado.
Safely, bro. Absolutely. Tynado, I mean, landing the last hit of the round just for good measure. Chat, I'm going to ask you guys early. I know, look, chat's been lit right now. Somebody stopped watching Minecraft to watch this. That's huge. That's a W for me, right? That's,
man.
Like, Minecraft is top tier. And I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? This is VR boxing. We done took a Minecraft viewer away. Hell no. Look, chat. One's in the chat for Driftery. You already know what it is. Two's in the chat for Tynado's. How y'all feeling? The chat's gonna answer, bro. They've been calling it right pretty much all night.
Yeah, looking through. I'm seeing some of those twos coming in.
Oh, the twos are raining in.
Full rounds left for Driftery to come in and make an adjustment here. And we have seen him throw out good knockout power before. Less as far as, like a counter punching style, more in terms of aggression. So I want to see some of that new tech that he's developed, right? Round 2, adjustment round, you figured out the timing. It looks like he's landing a few shots now, but still getting caught by those big hits that Tynado's throwing.
Yeah, he's looking hurt. He's up in the corner getting pieced up. Tynado teeing off on him like he Donald Trump playing golf right now. This is about to be, yo, Drifter, you got to fight your way out. Oh, no. Oh, no. Tynado bucking on him. Oh, not the Usain Bolt pose. Oh, no, don't do it. Do it.
Are you okay?
Oh, my God. And I just want to break that down exactly what happened, right?
Go ahead.
Tynado had Driftery in a corner stuck there. Driftery doing kind of the right thing in terms of starting to throw some volume to get Tynado to back off. But he was just waiting for that moment because that triggers the spam system.
Yes.
And so he was just waiting for Driftery to get aggressive and threw that beautiful counter in there.
He's piecing him up.
Beautiful fighting and game IQ from Tynado.
And Tynado's landing on him too. And we're seeing this as another kind of motif for the night, right? Fighters who are able to lure out the counter hit, bait somebody out, then switch to the aggression now that they're being said, oh no, and you hate to see this happen. Is this going to be some lag? Dude, Tynado was worried about some lag coming into this match. He's like, I just need my internet to hold up. He's looking good, but that was dangerous. Driftery did get a few shots, and you notice your boy went straight to the body. He's trying to tear up the liver and that solar plexus, and there we go. Driftery back on the offensive now. See, this is where he lives. If Driftery can get the body shots in on you, this is where he gets some damage, and Driftery's feeling very confident.
Yeah, he's starting to find his rhythm now with landing a lot more of those shots, and I think that you're right. He uses the body, and that helps him start setting up the shots to the head. That's always kind of been his bread and butter. Sometimes, he does it much better against taller fighters. I think whenever he's fighting someone his size or shorter, he doesn't have that confidence to go to the body as easily. He needs to practice going lower, even against lower fighters.
Yeah. When you're evenly height, man, you like when you're shorter, you got in this, especially in this game, you got some serious advantages, man. You can really target the body very easily, and it's hard for taller fighters to really get the defense down because they can't really depend on those arms. But Tynado, man, being more than a match for Drifter right now. The lag is coming in, please, Tynado, bro. Call your ISP, get AT&T, get Comcast over here. Drifter being a good sport though, not taking advantage.
Drifter being an excellent sport. Honestly, all the fighters showing some great sportsmanship, even when they're doing, taunting, they're being, making some fun of it, always throwing out daps or hugs. Love to see it. But right now, no hugs here. Tynado and Driftery throwing those hands, slugging it out on the logo.
Oh, look, man. Tynado is able to tag Driftery so well, especially with these hooks, man. And we're not seeing a lot of, it's a slugfest, bro. I'm just going to call it for what it is. They just slugging it out. They duking it out right now. But Tynado is coming out on top of every one of these exchanges because he's faster with the hooks. He's tighter with the hooks. He's able to slip. And when he's able to slip and duck underneath Driftery's hooks, he's able to come back and return on his own. He's just getting more bang for his buck. And Chat's prediction is looking pretty good right now.
I think so. Tynado definitely ahead on the scorecards for round 1 and round 2 at this point. Driftery is in a really tight spot, and I think he's just going to have to figure out how to get a full-on either 3 knockdowns and TKO, or see if he can hit an actual full-on KO with damage. I've seen it do it before in other versions. I believe in him. He's got that fighter's heart, but he has got a huge challenge ahead of him.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy. This is absolutely kind of crazy. Look, I want to take a moment right now to just say a big thank you to the chat. Y'all have been absolutely awesome tonight as we lock in for this potentially the last match of the night. This is fun, man. Solly and I are huge nerds for VR boxing. This community is very dope for even participating in the game in the way they do. I mean, they treat this about as seriously as like anybody could treat another competitive game. And this is a brand new, some love coming in here. Driftery maybe not feeling it. But, this is a brand new video game. For those who have VR, you know how small the community is already. So I'm just glad that we're actually able to get this. Okay, wait a minute now, Driftery. Hold up now.
Hold on. Little right-handed jab working very well for him.
Okay,
that might be something he's got to incorporate into the arsenal.
I mean, look, maybe a little too late. I mean, that should have been brought out into the arsenal day one. Driftery falling into old habits here. Tynado just catching the rhythm, man. If you're just gonna throw some jabs out, you know what I'm saying? Drop that hand after some jabs. I'm gonna take it in. But if Driftery could get a lucky hit, He might get a knockdown here, but man, the man's got the ugly face. He's looking hurt.
Yeah, he had some early success in the round, but right now Tynado just making the right adjustments. And he's just been such a hard puzzle to solve for Driftery this whole match. Great guard, great head movement, and incredibly tricky shots to block, right? They're always coming in from weird angles and always targeting the weak points that are your openings.
You can really see it here from the top-down view, though. Like, you're a fan of stationary. You know the tactics from VFC, right? You're looking at Tynado and how he moves in stationary. Like, this man, you could tell by Driftery, he's moving within his space a lot more, right? Tynado working the joystick. Look at there, beautiful, picturesque. Hit him with the Usain Bolt one more time, so the crowd knows it's real. Tynado, you can definitely see it much more from the top view. He's actually figurating a little bit. He's circling in and out with the joystick. It keeps himself more elusive, and also the joystick allows you to course correct and move away from punches with a trigger finger more so than moving your whole body away. So Tynado, knowing that he won this match, taking it easy on Driftery. I don't think there's much Driftery's going to be able to do within this next minute to come back. He's going to try to slug it out, though, but look, the 1 KO wonders from V3 are over, man. You're going to have to really work for that, and down goes Driftery again. You hate to see this happen. Tynado, he said he tried to give you a chance, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Tynado, the ego killer, and right now that nickname is so appropriate. He has just destroyed Driftery this fight. And again, even being a good sport with it, it's such a frustrating way to fight, right? When you feel like nothing you do is working. Yeah. Right? If you have a close fight or you get knocked down a couple of times, it's one thing. But when nothing, when you just can't crack the puzzle, you're just sitting frustrated.
And finally gets one.
Driftery,
look,
finally figuring it out and getting it.
Everybody's got a puncher's chance, bro. Everybody's got a puncher's chance. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Driftery just devastated that it happened so late.
He's got to take a knee, bro. He's got to take a knee. He's literally taking a knee right now. Like, the man's thinking. The man is thinking so hard about this. Look. Shout out, hey, look, chat, give it up for this fight, bro. Tynado is one hell of a fighter, man. Like he true like showman. You know, the man gave us a good show. He could have took that in so many different ways, bro. Like Shaq saying, how in the world do you even take a knee in this game? Look, let's lock in with the score real quick. Let's see the official word from the VR judges here. So Tynado, of course, getting perfect grades on the SATs. You already know what it is, 10-8, 10-7, 10-8. Then your favor for the winner of this round, third round, Tynado, 30-23. Solid. Let's take a look at those knockdowns. 0, 1, and 2. This man came out with a royal flush of knockdowns. Great hand right there. And let's take a look at this damage, dog. What are you seeing on the damage chart, Solly?
The damage is really what I'm noticing, particularly. Look at that, 3 damage for Tynado throughout the whole round, and realistically only lower because he took a little bit off in the third round to style. But like again, in round 1, hitting well over 1,000 damage. And you can see why those knockdowns started coming more later and later, because he had just been, tenderizing him up for the whole fight. Yeah. Driftery, though, always a fun fighter to watch. Throws a lot of emotion out there, whether in his fighting and his reactions, and finding a good knockdown there at the end. I think he just kind of figured it out a little bit too late. But, plenty more fights in this tournament, and I'm excited to see both of these fighters continue.
Oh, absolutely. Let's go ahead and lock in here with the fighters and then confirm whether or not truly that this is the last fight of the night. So, it's time. It's time. While we wait to hear from him, it's that time. We got to put a big red X on someone's face. Let me know when the homies are ready to chat. I want to hear from them. I know Driftery's got to be feeling that one, but Tynado, I know he's got to be feeling good, bro. So let me lock it. Yo, you're on the line. You're on the line, Tynado. I gotta holla at you, bro. First of all, congrats. Big win in round 1. You looked really good. You was putting the pepper up on him. You was tenderizing him up, getting him set up. You got the royal flush, full hand of knockdowns, 0, the 1, then the 2. We went to a third round. It could have been a 3 up in there. How you feeling after that fight, bro?
Feel great, man. I mean, Drifter's a great fighter, but if you were to have worked with more of the distance punches, I feel like he would have had me. That's why I was trying to kind of tell him, hey, work with that jab. You kind of need to do that instead of getting into the distance.
Yeah.
Or closing the distance too much.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm way better whenever I'm up close, but I also try to keep a little range in there too, so I'm not being clenched so much.
Yeah, I got to commend you on being able to flow with your punches. It was a slugfest, of course, right? But you were able to move and weave not only your upper body with the punches, you were able to slip a lot of the return fire coming back from Driftery, landing you a few counter hit shots. But also, when we saw it from the top-down view, man, you were actually moving the joystick around, mitigating. Was it part of your strategy to keep that elusive and
Yeah,
walk
I
in?
like to move around with my joystick instead of just standing like a statue, because then you will get KO'd by an inside fighter.
Man, that was great. That's very exciting to see, bro. How do you feel about your chances in the tournament?
Now, there's a bunch of fighters out there, and I've sparred Boss. Me and Boss fought twice, so if I go up against him, we're pretty even. Like last time we sparred, he won, and then I won against him in V3. But like there are fighters out there that I'm unsure about, but I feel confident I could at least make top 8.
Look, I feel like you got it, and a win in the first round of a 3-round Swiss tournament is a great way to get out into that pool. So big shout outs to you, man. Much love. Driftery, I want to talk to you, bro. Go ahead, bro. You want to say something else?
I was also gonna try not. Oops, sorry.
You got it.
All right. Anyway, so I was trying not to throw like hook spam, and mix up some punches, like some jabs, some uppercuts and stuff.
Yeah,
some crosses too.
It was good. Looking in the chat right here. Your boy, I do good deals. Shout out to the resident photographer for Ringside VR. I do good deals. I'm actually gonna hit you up about these screenshots. He's got some beautiful screenshots of this fight. I'm gonna find a way to post those things up because they are like very good, man.
Yeah,
so
I told him to DM those to us from now on because I love those. Chat loves them too.
Chat loves them. Yeah, we got to share this with the rest of the community. Absolutely. So appreciate you for coming through, bro. Drifter.
Yeah, I'm grateful for the chance to be able to make top 16 and fight them.
Oh yeah. Anytime, bro. The community voted you in, so you definitely earned it.
You good?
Drifter.
Yeah, but GG's, he's actually pretty good whenever he's on the inside.
Oh, we got some echoes here.
We got some echoes.
All right.
Who's got me on speaker?
Echoes? Hold on. Who's got me on speaker? I'm on speaker, bro.
All right. Testing.
All right. Testing. I'm trying to change it, but voice meter's being a little bitch right now, honestly.
Oh wait.
Software. Because I'm on the browser. I'm gonna try to open it up through the official app.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can still hear that echo, bro. I'm trying not to say too much. All right, Solid, go ahead and mute Driftery for now.
All right, Solid, go ahead and mute Driftery for now. All good.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, we'll lock in with him later on at that.
We'll lock in with him later on at that. I know.
Got him. All right, he's muted him.
All right, guys, I'm gonna Zoom. All
right.
Thank you, guys. I'll catch you next time.
For sure. All right, so Solly, give me the word here before I potentially sign off. We've got Tyrone and Anti-Cheat. Did Tyrone or Anti-Cheat show up?
Tyrone is here. I do not see Anti-Cheat.
So, just like that, we've got the last match. Tyrone takes it with the bye. Would have loved to seen Tyro fight today. Him and Anti-Cheat was a highly anticipated match, but I do know Anti-Cheat did let us know very early in the morning today that he was not feeling well. Wishing a good recovery to Anti-Cheat here, but I'm gonna have to give him the L in the first round of this tournament. Got to remind everybody that even if you received an L in your first round, you still can come back and make it to top 8. You just have to have a good performance. So that is going to be it for the fights here for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and sign off with the homies, but first I want to talk to the chat now. I try as much as I can to engage with you guys during the matchups and include you guys into the conversation. But I got a lot of you out here who've been asking, yo, M, how can I join? How can I get in on this action? How can I challenge the league? Well, I got a little something for y'all. Let me go ahead and bring up the format here just to remind everybody what this event is. So every week we have exhibitions here on the Discord. The best way to jump in, I'm just going to let you guys right know right now, is to jump in on the Discord. We got about 2,000 members live on the Discord every day. The party is jumping over there. Everyone loves VR. Everyone loves boxing. Everyone loves video games, or some kind of mesh of the three, right? We've got everyone from real boxers who are actually competing and just use this game for their favorite video game. We've got aspiring boxers who are learning, and we got people who just love video games, just want to throw hands. So you see all kinds of people, all kinds of skill sets, all kind of play spaces, right? So just drop the Discord link in there for all of you all on TikTok. The regular invite links are not good enough for us because the bots think that we're getting rated. So there's so many people that join in per stream, you know, it is what it is. But for right now, I want you guys to lock in with me, right? I want to sit down and say a big thank you for all the people joining in, right? Owen with the follow, Pablo, I'm definitely gonna fuck this up. Carbajal, right? AK Ninja, you know what I'm saying? JW Barksdale, Riley, you know what I'm saying? Sharing the live. Bloob is better, you know what I'm saying? Blue Dude is better. Mech High. It's Ryan, Call Isaac, Slayers, Ego 155, Edit by Zenny, Mr. Lyles, Alex up in the building. I appreciate all of y'all. This has been an incredible amount of support. Shout out to our top supporters here on TikTok, SNM, Pork Wook, Jordan Freeman, you know what I'm saying, number 1, 2, and 3. If you guys think you got the hands, and I believe you guys got the hands, join that Discord link. But for now, right here, this red arrow up on screen, we are in the first week of the Swiss tournament. It's going to be a 3-round Swiss tournament. The top 8 will advance, and they will play for money. $200 split amongst the top 8 of my money. This is a take Super M's money kind of event. I'm trying to give money out. I'm trying to give prizes out. They will fight in the finals card at the end, and at the end of it all, we will decide who is the top 16 in the Discord. Now, you might be asking yourself, yo, M, what happened, man? I want to challenge. I want to make some money. I want to take some of your hard-earned cash. Well, you can too, right? After we set up the ladder, after we set up the top 16, we will be using the exhibition matches going forward to scout new talent. So if you show up on an exhibition match on Sunday, you get the top fight of the night or one of the top fights of the night. We'll make some content about it come out throughout the week, and then by that time, that following Sunday, you may get an invite to challenge the ranked for Saturday ranked matches. And every so often, I'll be dropping money on the top 8 of ranked. So it'll behoove you, be in your best interest, use them SAT words, you know what I'm saying, to challenge, show up in exhibition, show up and show out, get your spot on the ranked leaderboard, keep that spot, vie for top 8, and then get the money, get the bag, you know what I'm saying? I gotta answer a couple of questions in here, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people saying they're gonna be joining next week, and I absolutely love it. Join on in. The community is growing, the water's fine, and the living's easy. Is there an age limit? No, there is not an age limit. I mean, I guess Discord has the age limit. I believe like 14 or 13 or something like that. A lot of the competitors you saw here today were around 15 or 16, bro. So don't feel like it's weird. And for you older folks out there, for you unks like myself, you know what I'm saying? We've got somebody in Discord who is 58 and feeling great, and the man is still out here throwing hands, so everybody can get it at any time. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's interesting is we're talking about pots, right? We had a lot of people asking for betting, for donation. We got a couple of things coming up on the channel. I just want to remind you guys that betting will be enabled, community support will be enabled. We will be accepting donations coming up soon for increasing these pots on a regular basis. We'll also be adding money match tournaments coming up in the future in the Discord. They're gonna be random tournaments. You pay some money in, everybody puts their money in, winner takes all, except for, you know, they're gonna split it with the house, of course, you know what I mean? And if you're interested interested in doing other things on the Discord, we've got artists, we got video editors, we got people who want to help out with the channel, we got moderators who want to come in, we got a lot of support. The community, again, is absolutely amazing. So I want to say a big thank you to everybody tonight, from my heart, from my co-host Solly's heart, from the community, our referees, and the boxers who competed tonight. I'm glad that we could entertain you with this weird little sport of VR boxing. Lock in with us next week. It's going to be Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be back here on the stage for another ranked session. But tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right back here, we're going to be running exhibition nights. So if you think you got the hands, and I know you do, I know you back there training, trying to get up on the big stage, well, we're going to put you up on the spotlight. First 30 boxers get in for free. No cost. All you got to do is join the Discord and sign up. So lock in with us. I'm going to drop those links one more time. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to drop them in here for everybody. I'm going to let it rock. So I want to say a big thank you to everybody. And this is going to be Super M signing off. Make sure to support the channel on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, go ahead and give us that sub. Support on YouTube with the views, with the comments. Keep supporting on TikTok. Drop all the kinds of hot peppers and video game controllers, because all the money that's gathered up through here goes back to supporting the community and supporting the production. So this is going to be Super M signing off. Remember, through the fight too.